Welcome to the exciting world of English grammar. Let's learn how to build better sentences and phrases. Sentences and phrases are the building blocks of language. They help us communicate our thoughts and ideas clearly. Understanding sentences and phrases can make your writing more interesting and easy to understand. It's like learning the rules of a game. Once you know them, you can play confidently and have more fun. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. It must have a subject, who or what is doing the action, and a verb, the action or state of being. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with punctuation, like a period, question mark, or exclamation mark. Here are some examples. The cat sat on the mat. Subject cat, verb sat. Did you see the beautiful sunset? Subject you, verb see. There are four main types of sentences in the English language, each serving a unique purpose in communication. Understanding these types can greatly enhance your writing and speaking skills. Declarative sentences. These sentences make a statement or express an opinion. They end with a period. Example: the sun is shining brightly today. Declarative sentences are the most common type of sentence. They provide information and can be simple or complex. For instance, the cat is sleeping on the couch is a simple declarative sentence, while the cat, which is very old, is sleeping on the couch is a more complex one. Declarative sentences are essential for conveying facts and details in both written and spoken language. Interrogative sentences. These sentences ask a question. They end with a question mark. Example: what time is the movie? Interrogative sentences are crucial for gathering information and engaging in conversations. They can be direct, such as, are you coming to the party? Or indirect, like, I wonder if you are coming to the party. Using interrogative sentences effectively can help you obtain the information you need and keep a conversation flowing smoothly. Exclamatory sentences. These sentences express strong emotion. They end with an exclamation mark. Example: I won the lottery. Exclamatory sentences are used to convey excitement, surprise, or other intense emotions. They are less common in formal writing but are frequently used in everyday speech and informal writing. For example, what a beautiful day, or I can't believe we won. These sentences help to convey the speaker's feelings and add emphasis to their words. Imperative sentences. These sentences give a command or make a request. They usually end with a period but can also end with an exclamation mark for emphasis. Example: please close the door. Imperative sentences are used to give instructions, make requests, or offer invitations. They can be as simple as sit down or more polite, like, could you please pass the salt? In some cases, they can also express urgency or strong emotion, such as hurry up. Understanding how to use imperative sentences effectively can help you communicate your needs and desires clearly and assertively. A phrase is a group of related words that does not have a subject and a verb. It does not express a complete thought and cannot stand alone as a sentence. Phrases function as a single part of speech, like a noun, adjective, or adverb. Here are some examples. The big red ball, which is a noun phrase. Running very fast, that's a verb phrase. And with great enthusiasm, which is a prepositional phrase. Types of phrases. There are many types of phrases in English grammar. Understanding these phrases is crucial for mastering the language, as they form the building blocks of sentences. Each type of phrase serves a unique function and adds depth to our communication. Here are 5 common ones that you should be familiar with. Noun phrase. A noun phrase acts as a noun. It can function as a subject, an object, or a complement in a sentence. It includes a noun and its modifiers, which can be adjectives, articles, or other nouns. For example, in the sentence, the fluffy gray cat sat on the mat, the phrase, the fluffy gray cat, is a noun phrase. Example: the fluffy gray cat. This phrase gives us more information about the cat, making the sentence more descriptive and engaging. Verb phrase. A verb phrase functions as a verb. It includes the main verb and any helping verbs, also known as auxiliary verbs. For instance, in the sentence, she is sleeping soundly, the verb phrase is sleeping includes the main verb sleeping and the helping verb is. This combination helps to convey the action and its timing more precisely. Example, is sleeping soundly. Prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase begins with a preposition like in, on, at, by, and ends with a noun or pronoun. These phrases often provide additional details about time, location, or direction. For example, in the sentence "we met at the park," the phrase "at the park" is a prepositional phrase that tells us where the meeting took place. Example, at the park. Adjective, phrase. An adjective phrase modifies a noun or pronoun. It provides more information about the noun or pronoun it describes, making the sentence more vivid and detailed. For instance, in the sentence, "the movie was very interesting," the phrase "very interesting" is an adjective phrase that describes the movie. Example, very interesting. Adverb phrase. An adverb phrase modifies a verb, adjective, or other adverb. It often tells us how, when, where, or to what extent something happens. For example, in the sentence, "she ran very quickly," the phrase "very quickly" is an adverb phrase that tells us how she ran. Example, very quickly. Understanding these different types of phrases and how they function can greatly enhance your writing and speaking skills, making your communication clearer and more effective. Sentences versus phrases. What's the difference? The main difference is that a sentence expresses a complete thought, while a phrase does not. A sentence is a group of words that conveys a complete idea and can stand alone. It has a subject, which is the person or thing doing the action, and a verb, which is the action itself. For example, "the cat sleeps" is a sentence because it tells us who is doing what. A sentence has a subject and a verb, while a phrase does not. A phrase is a group of words that acts as a single part of speech but does not express a complete thought. For instance, "under the table" is a phrase because it lacks a subject and a verb, and it doesn't tell us a complete idea. Phrases function within sentences as parts of speech, but they cannot stand alone. They can act as nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs within a sentence. For example, in the sentence, "the cat sleeps under the table," the phrase "under the table" acts as an adverb, telling us where the cat sleeps. Think of it this way. A sentence is like a house, complete with walls, a roof, and a door. It stands on its own and provides a complete structure. Just as a house is made up of different parts that come together to form a whole, a sentence is made up of words that come together to express a complete thought. A phrase is like a brick or a window. It's part of the house, but it can't stand on its own. Just as a brick or a window needs to be part of a larger structure to be functional, a phrase needs to be part of a sentence to convey a complete idea. Understanding the difference between sentences and phrases is crucial for mastering grammar and improving your writing skills. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. One common mistake is using a phrase as if it were a sentence, known as a sentence fragment. For example, "running through the park." This is a phrase, not a complete sentence. To fix it, we can add a subject and make it a sentence. "She was running through the park." Another common mistake is using commas incorrectly. Commas are used to separate phrases and clauses within a sentence, but they are not used to separate sentences. Practice makes perfect. The best way to master sentences and phrases is through practice. Try these activities. Identify sentences and phrases. Read a paragraph and underline the sentences. Circle the phrases. Sentence building. Create sentences by combining different phrases. Error correction. Find and correct errors in sentences, such as sentence fragments and comma splices. So keep exploring the magic of language. Congratulations on taking the first step toward mastering sentences and phrases. Remember, language is a powerful tool. The more you learn about it, the more effectively you can communicate your ideas. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Stay tuned with Joban International.